Welcome back to the desk. The college football playoffs are upon us, and here to break down everything is our own #1 ranked crew in the country: Andy, Gavin, Matt Goldman, Cole Jarvis, and Bijan Pulley. #1 ranked Oregon takes on #3 ranked Penn State for the Big Ten championship. Cole, I'll start with you. Who do you think will win the Big Ten championship?
Yeah, Coop, I'll be the black sheep of the group. I'm pretty sure. I'd be shocked if I'm not. But I think Penn State's going to pull it out this time. I think James Franklin's really searching for that keynote win in his career. And they have the talent. They have Drew Aller. They have Abdul Carter, good linebacker. Tyler Warren, exceptional tight end. And I think Nick Singleton's going to have a nice day on the ground. Like I said, James Franklin has kind of struggled in big-time games, and this is a big spot for him in this Big Ten championship. I'm looking to see him pull it out.
Yeah, it's a reason why Oregon's ranked #1 in the country. Andy, I'll go over to you.
I mean, obviously Oregon's going to win. First time in the Big Ten, they're going to win in their first year. I mean, yes, James Franklin, he struggled in those big wins, but that Oregon defense, you're not going to run on it. You're not going to pat. Oregon defense, the only time they've really allowed big points is against Boise State. And right now, the thing I want to see is if Oregon wins now, how's that going to reshape the playoff field? Because Penn State's going to drop down. How's that going to get the new 12 in? Because now it's 12 teams. We'll find out Sunday with the selection show. But you're not doing anything to that Oregon defense. The past 3 games, they have been unreal.
Yeah, Matt, where are you going with this one?
It's got to be the Ducks. I mean, they're the best team in the nation. They're the only undefeated team. Dylan Gabriel, he's been great all year. He has the weapons. Jordan James, Evan Stewart, Tez Johnson. The defense is just going to shut down the Nittany Lions. You said Drew Aller, Cole. You said he was like a talent. Drew Aller's horrible. Drew Aller stinks. This guy sucks. I mean, they don't have any receiver that's going to go one-on-one with Jabbar Muhammad. Like, they have Julian Fleming. Julian Fleming's been terrible. Dan Lanning is just going to out-coach James Franklin. It's going to be a shoot. Penn State's going to just get dominated all game. Yikes.
Yeah, Bijan, I have a feeling where you're going with this one, but tell me.
Your feeling is correct. I'm going with Oregon. No surprise. They're undefeated, and they're just simply a great team. They're top 10 in points per game, point margin, opponent points per game, opponent yards per game, opponent yards per play, and opponent's third down conversion. Simply, I just trust Dan Lanning to make the right decisions in big-time games, while James Franklin has a big-time track record of making the wrong decisions in those games.
Yeah, Oregon is definitely the favorite here. Sunday, the committee will pick the college football teams that will be in the playoffs. Matt, who do you think will be a surprise to make the playoffs?
Give me Alabama. I mean, it's kind of a surprise. They have 3 losses. Alabama, they're a perennial playoff team. But now that Nick Saban's gone, Kalen DeBoer's in, I mean, it's kind of just a surprise. They lost to Vandy. They lost to Oklahoma. Jalen Milroe's just been underwhelming. You have the receivers. You have Ryan Williams. You have Jeremy Bernard. I mean, they'll just get there because they're Alabama. That's just the truth of it. I think their South Carolina deserves it more. I think Ole Miss, Miami. But it's Alabama.
So you're an SEC homer is what I'm hearing.
Yes, I think, unfortunately, the SEC is going to get in.
And you're what's wrong with the committee.
Yeah. The SEC is the best conference in college football by a wide margin.
Yes, sir.
Not so far.
He has no room to talk. South Carolina alum. South Carolina is getting. I'll get into it later. We'll let Coop continue the show. I can't believe you just said that.
SEC best conference in college football.
Bijan, where are you going? What team?
Maybe it's a bit of a surprise. Iowa State, I don't know, maybe that's a little bit of a surprise, but if they win tomorrow, they secure a spot because they won the Big 12, and they will have a good resume. They will have an 11-2 record with an 8-2 record in conference play, and this is just a team that nobody saw coming, and winning the Big 12 is just super impressive. And they would beat Arizona State, who's now ranked 12th in the nation, and they're currently obviously the favorite to win that game. And they currently have the 16th best simple rating of 12.47, while Arizona State only has a 10.43, which ranks 25th.
Yeah, Cole, I have a feeling where you're going with this one. Talk to me about your home pick.
Yeah, all right, Coop. You too now, huh? I picked South Carolina. I picked South Carolina. I'm not an alum. I'm a product of the transfer portal. That's okay. That's how I like to call it. Okay. No, but South Carolina absolutely deserves it. I mean, they've won their last 6 games. They've beaten 3 ranked opponents. They beat Clemson, who's going to have a chance to beat SMU in the ACC championship. If that happens, South Carolina needs to be included in the college football playoff. I don't see any reason why the committee wouldn't make the selection. They base it off data points, not strength of schedule. It should be off strength of schedule. It's got to be the Gamecocks.
Yeah, Andy finishes off here.
Not so fast, my friends. Yeah, you like that. You like that.
Love that.
See? The Sun Devils. They win tonight. There is no doubt in my mind that they should not be in. They've had a tough schedule. They have competed with teams. They've been up there. They're 11-1. They've competed. They have won, and they've won big. And it's a new culture in Arizona right now. Everything is going the way they want it to go. And, you know, the Pac-12, it is what it is right now. Give it a few years, it'll be back to what it was. But we got it. We got it.
Pac-12's a little thin right now.
It's not a Pac-12, more like a Pac-6.
Just a little.
It's a small pack. Let's just say that.
It's like a...
Oregon State won the conference championship.
Ooh.
Technically.
Ooh.
Give it like half a dozen.
There you go.
Yeah, Andy, not a bad pick there. The Heisman race is certainly still up for grabs. Travis Hunter is the front runner, but Boise State's running back Ashton Jeanty is having a record-breaking year. Bijan, who do you think will win the Heisman?
I'm going to go with Travis Hunter, the two-way superstar. He isn't just good at wide receiver and corner. He's elite at both. According to PFF, he has an 88.3 receiving grade this season, 5th best in the nation, and a 90.3 coverage grade, which is the 2nd best in the nation. Him being elite on both sides of the ball while playing over, 120 snaps a game is just absurd. He's doing something we will probably not see him for another decade or another 20 years. And that's the kind of player that, to me, should win the Heisman.
Yeah, Cole, Travis Hunter or Ashton Jeanty?
I'm going Travis Hunter as well. Travis Hunter, as Bijan just said, is elite on both sides of the ball. And the Heisman Award is an award that's granted to the best college football player, most valuable college football player. And I just don't see how you can't say it's Travis Hunter. When you play at the level that he's played at, both offensively and defensively, 2nd in the country in receiving touchdowns. He's got one of the highest PFF grades at the corner position. It's undeniable that this guy is college football.
Yeah, Andy, we heard this side of the desk talk about Travis Hunter. Talk to me about Ashton Jeanty.
Let me tell you something about Ashton Jeanty. He is a stocky, he's a fast, hard-hitting runner, takes on contact, fights off contact. I mean, yards after contact, yards after everything. This dude is insane. He's over almost 1,600 yards. He has been the best running back since maybe Derrick Henry in college football. He has a bright future, probably going to land with the Cowboys in that spot somewhere. He has the best chances, I think. He's having a career record-breaking year. And I'm not going to give it to a guy that's barely the best wide receiver on his team.
Who's better?
Jimmy Horn.
No, come on. Come on. Go ahead.
I mean, I'm all for Ashton Jeanty. 2,300 rushing yards, 28 total touchdowns, 7.3 yards per carry. You don't see that anymore. There's guys getting stuffed behind line of scrimmage. Jeanty, if he's getting touched behind line of scrimmage, he's just trucking through. He's not making sure you stop back there. 0 fumbles in his career. You see that? 0. The guy doesn't lose the ball, and he's legit. He's legit against the big competition. Big game against Oregon, big game against Washington State, big game against UNLV. He propelled a Boise State team. They're a group of 5 team. They're number 10 team in the country. And it's just off of him. I'd rather have a player win the Heisman who's the best at his position. Travis Hunter's not the best wide receiver in the country. He's not the best corner in the country. It's just the truth.
Yeah,
You see these two clowns?
No, we are exactly right.
This guy plays 2 positions. He plays on the offensive and the
He's
defensive
not
side of the
So
ball.
what?
At
He's
an
not going to
elite level.
He's not going to be a wide receiver in the NFL.
I will
he
not
will be a
discredit
DB.
Ashton Jeanty. If this was any other year and there were not
So we're gonna give it to a guy that plays two sides of the ball?
At the level he's playing at, 100%.
What
Any
level?
other year,
Decent
what do you
year.
mean level?
Decent year wide receiver.
Decent?
Decent.
Oh, okay.
That's
Decent
crazy.
year.
Get your boy. Get your
I mean,
boy.
he does have an insane year, don't get me wrong, but
But
he's not the best receiver in the country. The best receiver in the country is Tetairoa McMillan from
he
Arizona.
has the
And then it goes
second most
McMillan.
receiving touchdowns in the country.
So, McMillan is 1.
He plays
Luther,
120 snaps a game.
Okay,
Luther
Shador's,
Burden.
it's an air raid offense, and he only targets Travis Hunter. He targets
That's
his
not
boy
Because
from
he
Jackson.
can't be stopped.
Oh my God! No, he can't be. You know why he can't be
He's not-
stopped? The offense is designed to go right to him.
Yeah.
We know that Deion Sanders loves his boys. If he's on any other team, he is not having this type of year. He's having this type of year because he has an offense designed for him. And I'm not taking any credit away from that. He's still having a good season, but it is in his favor. He goes to the NFL, they're not designing an offense around him. He is going to be a slot receiver if he even plays offense. He's not going to be out wide. He's not going to be a wide receiver 1. He's going to be, if he goes defense, he'll be a DB1. I'm not taking anything away from his defense. He's a great defensive back. He plays the ball in the air. He has great man-to-man contact. He keeps his wide receivers in front of him. He is insane. He can be do anything he wants to do on the defensive side of the ball, he's great. He
Thank you.
tackles hard. He plays the ball in
Andy,
the air.
we got to move it on.
And it is.
It's
so
you're getting-
annoying.
you're
He's
getting
not the best
signal,
corner.
you're getting the
It's
signal.
We
Will
have to move
Johnson.
it on. It's certainly still up for grabs, but we'll see. Ashton Jenney or Travis Hunter, we'll see. We'll find out. But by the time we come back for break, the college football playoffs will be over. Andy, who do you think will win the college football playoffs?
Give me the Longhorns, baby. Texas.
What?
They're running the SEC. They're beating Georgia tomorrow. I know they lost to Georgia back in October.
They're going to lose again.
What happened to the SEC homer that we were just so obviously hearing from over here?
I hate the SEC, but I don't think Texas is going to win it.
Yeah,
I'm a
but
Big Ten
Texas
guy.
is going to lose. You see
My
who's
heart
playing
lies in the
quarterback
Big Ten.
for Texas? Quinn Ewers. Quinn Ewers is a garbage can.
Okay. All right.
He's terrible.
He's injured.
Yeah.
He's playing through injury.
Yeah, and guess what?
That's
They're gonna
perseverance.
lose. They're
That
gonna
takes
lose.
character.
It doesn't
That
take
takes
character.
character.
That just takes the right mindset. It doesn't matter. They're
Which
not
is
going
a
to win.
mindset is character.
They're not going to win.
Yeah, they will.
They're not
Well,
going
They're
to.
going to bounce back.
Let's let them get to other picks.
Bijan, who do you think will win the college football playoff?
I'm gonna stay basic because that's what I am. I'm gonna go with Oregon. I have the saying I go by, which is when people show you who they are, believe them. Oregon has shown me they've been the best team all year. Why should I stop believing them now? That'd be crazy. So I trust Dan Lanning to make the right decision in big-time games. Dylan Gabriel has a lot of experience playing high-level college football. They have a great amount of weapons with Tez Johnson, Trayshawn Holden, and Evan Stewart. And you have a good running back in Jordan James, who has over 1,000 yards, 5.7 yards per carry, and 13 touchdowns. And their defense, incredible. And with a shutdown corner in Jabbar Muhammad, who can match up with those big-time wide receiver ones in a college football playoff run.
Yeah, Matt, where you going?
Give me the real best team in Texas. SMU. Rhett Lashley, this guy should be the coach of the year in collegiate football. They benched Preston Stone at the beginning of the year. Preston Stone was one of the best quarterbacks in the American this year. Transfers to the ACC. He gets benched. Kevin Jennings comes in. Kevin Jennings should be in the top 5 in the Heisman race. This guy's a star. One of the best offensive lines in the country. Broussard Jones has 1,100 yards and 14 touchdowns. Their defense only allows less than 20 points per game. The offense allows, they outscore their opponents by 20 points per game. They're the hottest team in college football. The momentum, they're going to kill Clemson. Clemson's going to be sitting there. Dabo's going to be panicking. Cade Klubnik can't play football to save his life. SMU is going to just ponder throughout the playoff and win. There's no if, and, or but.
Yeah, Cole, finishes off here. Where you going?
I know I talked a lot about Ashton Jenney and how he shouldn't be the Heisman. I think Boise State's gonna go through and do it. Listen,
What?
Listen, Boise State lost to #1 Oregon by 3 points.
This is a group of 5 team we're talking about.
That is their only loss. They lost to the #1 team in the country by 3 points. Obviously, we know about Ashton Jenney. He's as advertised. I think Matt
played.
Dude, they almost lost to Wyoming.
It doesn't matter who they've played.
You were
They've
just
played-
talking about strength of schedule.
They almost lost to Wyoming.
Yeah, but they're making it anyway.
Guys, we got to save this argument for another
It's not
time.
me. It's not me.
Because I gotta wrap up the segment.
Just give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. I think Maddox Madsen's a very good quarterback. I think Ashton Jenney. I do.
I think he's good, but when you barely
I
beat
think-
Wyoming, there's an issue.
Well, when you almost beat Oregon, I think that's something to look at differently.
There's no team.
That is my point.
It's a group of 5
That's
team.
enough.
It's a group of 5 team, and they almost lost to the
I've
Wyoming
heard
Cowboys.
enough.
That team
I've
should
seen
work.
it. I've seen the future.
Okay.
Boise State.
That's going to wrap it up, gentlemen, for this segment. We would like to say another thank you to Cece and Sierra for joining us here on WP Sports Desk for a special WP volleyball segment today. And another thank you to Matt Tadino. As always, don't forget to follow us at Sports Desk WP for updates and more. Join us next Friday for our final episode of the semester. Thank you to all the cast and crew, and a big shout out to our wonderful studio manager, Al Clarke, from Studio B in Hamilton Hall, and from everyone here at the desk. I'm Tyler Cooper saying so long. See you next week here on WPTV.